Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Definitely make sure that you go ahead, you subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos, and turn on your post notifications as well. So today we're going to be talking about Catfish episode, talking about Dey and Cody. So the person who actually wrote in was Dey. Dey, she started talking to this person 13 years ago. She was kind of like fanning, like a fangirl or whatever. And she was writing under, because this guy's a YouTuber, so she was writing under like his different posts and things like that. And then eventually she looked up his username for Snapchat like years later, and then she started writing him on there. So that's how she was able to kind of like keep in contact with him. She says she did get his number like later on or whatever, but they never actually chatted or spoke on the phone. So like, dude, you've been talking to this guy for over a decade. That's ridiculous. It's crazy, right? How somebody can actually talk to somebody for so long, gain feelings and all that stuff, but yet they haven't actually met the person, haven't spoken to them on the phone. Like, how you haven't even spoken to this person on the phone? I don't know. She said that usually when she does try to initiate it, he would usually not like respond or whatever. So yeah, she said that he does still have like a lot of his exes up on his social media, like on his Instagram and stuff like that, but he's not with them anymore. And yeah, I don't know. Like, all those things was just screaming like, girl, are you sure about this? Like, why does he still have his exes? Most times, I mean, with most relationships from what I've seen, you know, most people, they don't even want to see this person anymore. It's like, especially if they're like a YouTuber who's famous or whatever, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to, you know, keep giving this person clout or have them connected to me forever, especially if it ended badly. So, I don't know. It was all kind of like weird to me. She said that she feels like she does owe him a lot. So regardless if this is really him, because he doesn't acknowledge her on any of the posts or anything. It's always on Snapchat. But yet she doesn't even know if that's his real Snapchat, because like I said, she searched up the same username and that's how she found him there. So, but she was like, she was dealing with like schizophrenia, and she didn't want to take the meds, but eventually he kind of talked her into it, as well as he had some issues himself, and they kind of like help each other to get through the tough times. So, you know, when you have situations like that, a lot of times it's like trauma bonding, where you have issues or reasons why you two form this amazing bond. Sometimes it lasts and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's for a season or a moment. Sometimes it's lasts a lifetime. So she said, like, regardless, she just wants to know who it is that she's been talking to for so long. So another red flag that she mentioned is that he doesn't ever send her any like new photos. There's always photos that are from Instagram. Like, dude, I would feel some type of way about that. Like, nah, I don't want no Instagram pics. I want a pic that you took right now, and if I check the details, it will say taken right now at this very time. Like, no, I don't want no like pictures that the whole world have seen. Like, what's the point? I could just go to your Instagram and press double tap. Like, if that's, or it's just screenshot if that's what I you know, that's not what I asked for. So yeah, I don't know, all those things was just seeming real weird to me. So when they ran Cody's phone number, Cammy and Neve, the ex's name popped up, Lolita, whatever the hell her name was. So now it's starting to seem like, did she create this page, you know, this Snapchat, and start pretending to be him because she was mad about the breakup or something? They also found a Twitter where it was like a racist Twitter, and it was like hashtagging him, hashtagging Black Lives Matter. So it was really trying to like ruin his reputation, and have that connected to him. So that was like another thing that was kind of weird. So it's like, is all of this connected? Is this person the person that's actually talking to her? Like, who knows? They did see that his mom was tagged in a post as well as Lolita. So they decided to go ahead and hit up the mom, and they asked her a few questions. She did confirm that he no longer has a girlfriend, that they broke up earlier in the year, like around February. So that kind of correlated with the story that that Dey had, which was great. That Dey had. Dey. Um, sorry. I know I have some weird little pop-up ad moments. But yeah, it kind of was like that it kind of correlated with the story. And she also mentioned that he has been talking to somebody, but she's not sure who it is. The last and final question that was real big was they tried to confirm the Snapchat with the mom, and she was like, no, that's not his Snapchat. So either she's not familiar with Snapchat, she don't know his Snapchat, or he got a Snapchat that he blocked her on, and then he got one for family. It could be either one of those. I mean, that's the only ways. Or it's not him. It's somebody completely different. Like, those were like the only options that now we have on the table. But at least 2 out of the 3 things that they asked her did match up. So it wasn't completely horrible. So finally, after that, they went ahead. They gave her all the information. They gave it to Dey, and as well as the information about the Twitter account and all that stuff. So in my head, like, after hearing all this, I'm like, oh, I know this can't be good for her mental health, because, you know, this is very stressful. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot of anxiety, just wanting to know, like, what's going on, and is this going to be the person that I feel that it is, and that I've been crushing on for all these years, and that I kind of fell for it, you know? So then she sends him a message, and surprisingly, he was willing to come on Zoom. So boom, boom, boom. Oh, but before that, before I even say that part, we jumped the gun a little bit. So she said that she had a secret to reveal to Neve and Cammy. So they're like, oh, here we go. What's the secret? Lo and behold, a gal come and tell us that she's married. Like, what? She was like, I think she said after, like, earlier in the year, she met somebody and everything just moved really quickly and they got married. But she realized that this was not somebody that she really wanted to be with. So she was already out, like, mentally out of the whole relationship when her and this guy, you know, most of the time that this guy, they were talking or whatever. But she never told him that she was married. So, I mean, it's a good excuse. It's a good reason. But, you know, you're still legally married. So that's the messed up part about it. But she did say she's in the midst of getting a divorce. So, you know, at least it's a little bit better because of the fact that, you know, she's working on something, I guess. And it's not like she's like, oh, I'm madly in love with somebody. And I feel like Neve and Cammy kind of understood in this particular situation, because it's like you're living in the real world, so real things are gonna happen, as opposed to kind of the fantasy world. Like, you know, it's like IRO, that's what it's called, right? IRL in real life, as opposed to, you know, your online social media. Like, people could be so different online versus in real life. So I mean, you can be a rich, like, bougie person online, but in reality, you have no money, you know? So it's like, at the end of the day, you can't just be waiting around for somebody who never speaks to you on the phone, you know, verbally, who never does any type of video chats. Like, you kind of have to move on at some point and realize, like, okay, like, I need to have a real person in my life to touch and feel and kiss and, you know, have those real emotions. So now we can move forward, and now, boom. So now homie comes on, and it actually was him. Like, I was blown away. I really was feeling like it probably was not going to be him. But lo and behold, it really was him. And he said that he gets a lot of anxiety and speaking to other people in general, especially when, but they're like, you're a YouTuber, you know, you're on social media all the time. They're like, he's like, it's different because this is like the real me that I would have to show her. It's unedited. And you know, I've noticed that like there are people that have different personalities on screen or on camera as opposed to how they are in real life. Like I was just watching, just to quickly give y'all an example, I was watching, what was it? The Haves and Have-Nots. And you know, Jeffrey's father, David, like when he was talking on the reunion episode that they had, and I know some of y'all probably don't watch the show, but it was just like, ew. Like I didn't expect him to sound like that, talk like that, because he just seems so like, so wise on the show. It was just like, wow, this is how you are in real life? Like, I didn't expect this. and Catherine, she was another one. Like, she's got a whole country accent. Like, it was just so different compared to how you see them on the camera. So, you know, you just kind of never know. Like, you could be, like, it's like I was just saying a few minutes ago, you could be whoever you want to be. You can edit out things that you don't want to show. If you stutter, you can edit that out. You know, whatever. But in real life, it's like, this is what happens, you know? I'm not going to edit nothing, because for these videos, I don't really edit like that unless I messed up a lot. But, yeah, that's just how that's just kind of what his fear was. And they're like, but didn't you know, he's like, he didn't want to lose her, so that's why he kind of avoided it. But they're like, that's kind of like a double conundrum, where it's like, okay, dude, like, you're saying you don't want to lose her, but you could actually lose her because you're not giving her any type of attention. Like, you're doing it all wrong, bro. All wrong. So, she did end up telling him about the whole marriage situation. He seemed like he was kind of blown away and had to gather himself and gather his emotions. But he understood. So that was a good thing, you know? And I think he appreciated the fact that she finally said it, and on top of that, that it's not something that's serious right now. So it still lets him know that there's still that opportunity for them to be together. So fast forward, they did show that the two of them, they did meet up in person, which is great. And he's actually planning to move out to LA, which I'm not surprised. I don't remember where he's actually from, but I'm not surprised because obviously LA is like a big place for, like, I don't know how many subscribers he has, but I'm assuming he's probably big if she was fanning that like that. Matter of fact, let's see, can I find him? I don't know what his, let me see, Cody. But, you know, a lot of YouTubers, depending on the genre that you do, they usually, they usually will be out in LA, like a lot of them. But I don't know what his last name is. I only see, when I put up Cody, I saw like a review, but I don't know if that's the same. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what his actual channel is. And there's like way too many people, I guess, with that name. But whatever. If y'all know, y'all can link it or whatever, and maybe I'll check it out. Because I was kind of curious, but it don't really matter to me that much because I probably won't watch him anyway. But yeah, so that's that. So yeah, he might be moving out, but it looks like they have a promising situation. So they have a little love connection here. This was actually a successful catfish. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Be sure to comment down below and let me know what you thought about this episode. Laters.